Okay, now I pressed it. Hi.
Hi.
Long time no see. Now I don't know what to talk about. Okay, so I'm back in New York City, obviously. Can they hear me if I talk?
Yes.
Far away? Okay. I'm back in New York City. My internet is good again, except my computer needs a plug, so I can't use it. So I'm using the camera.
Yay for my camera. My outdated technology is actually being helpful.
Because my camera is an SLR and you can't do video on it. So this summer was really crazy. What happened this summer? Okay, so this summer I had a shot of testosterone was it late April or early May?
Early May. It was the 3rd.
The 3rd of May.
Or 5th or something like that.
The 5th of May. It would be weird if it was the 5th. It's Cinco de Mayo. And then when I moved back upstate, I had to have all these forms filled out and like all this stuff, and so I didn't end up getting another shot until July, like 13th or 14th or something. And so there was a long period of time without testosterone that was very, very, very difficult. And I'm back on it again. Maybe, obviously. I would hope, but maybe not. But anyway, it sucked but it was interesting because I never really realized like all the emotional aspects of being on testosterone, because you kind of just notice like, oh, is my voice changing yet, or is my period stopped, or am I growing facial hair, or whatever, and you don't realize all the emotional stuff that goes along with it. And of course it's not the same for everybody, because it's not the same for anybody no matter what, but oops. It was interesting to see, like, I got so depressed about everything when I was not on testosterone. And part of it, I think, was just kind of body dysphoria coming back in full force. And a part of it, I think, was just, like, the female cycle is more than just, like, a cycle. It's like, I mean, it is a cycle. It's, like, not just that 1 week out of the month. It's, like, the entire month. So it's, like, it's constant up and down and up and down. And it was just awful. I, like, felt all these awful emotions that I didn't feel like I had to feel again, and it was just too complicated and miserable, and I don't know. I was unhappy, and I felt so much happier once I was back on it again. And I could, like, whenever I was upset about something, I could go, you know what, I'm upset, but I can deal with it, which I can't do when I'm not on testosterone. I just get depressed and miserable. I don't know if it's just about the estrogen itself, or if it's just about just being dysphoric. I'm not really sure, but there's a correlation between being on it and not being on it and depression. So there's that. I looked into some surgeons in the area. I looked into one specifically. I contacted Dr. Weiss, who's in New York City, and if anyone's gone to him, let me know, but I haven't heard anybody gone to him. But anyway, I contacted him, but he's pretty expensive. He's like $10,000, which I think that there's definitely people who are cheaper than that. So if there's people cheaper than that, I would prefer to go to them. But if it's like $8,000 and then you have to travel and room and board and everything, that ends up being $10,000, I might as well just stay here. I don't know. So we'll see. Yeah. Do you have anything to say?
Do I have anything to say? No, not really. I don't have that many updates.
Do you have anything to say about the testosterone, the difference?
Well, I mean, there's a huge difference in you. I mean, okay, so it was really interesting for me because I went and visited him for a week during the summer while he wasn't currently on testosterone.
It was like the halfway point in between, like right in the middle.
And well, and I didn't know you before you were on TV, and it was very interesting to me to be able to like observe and like try not to be judgy, but like just be like, oh wow, this makes a huge difference for you, and to be able to appreciate how important that is, then to yeah.
It's like I can't tell how it is from an outsider's perspective. But well, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother this summer, more than I spent like in a long time, which is good because I came out to her last summer at the end of the summer, but it was just before I left, and she kind of had a really hard time with it, and like she cried about it, and it was awful. But at the beginning of the summer, I started hanging out a lot, and apparently she had a really hard time with it at first, and then her husband said to her, "Have you ever seen him so happy before, though? Like consistently happy?" And she said no. And that was the first time and after that point, she was always like really supportive, and we went to this like conference for like transgendered people and stuff, and so she's very supportive and everything, and that's good.
I got to meet his grandma. I love his grandma.
She's awesome.
She really is.
She's not like a grandma.
She's like the coolest cat ever.
She like just turned 60, so she's young and she's awesome. And someday she'll be in a video. That'd be awesome. She's really cool. I don't really know how to explain her other than she's absolutely cool and awesome. But everybody will love her. I don't really think I have anything else to say.
I'm excited that Max is back. He just moved here like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Saturday. Today's Monday.
Yes. Yes.
Now I'm doing senior thesis. Theses. I have 2 theses.
Theses.
2 theses. I have to do 2 theses. How many people do 2 theses?
Not that many.
2 of them.
Most people only get stuck with 1.
I'm gonna kill myself. I hope not.
Please don't.
But
I would prefer you
one
lie.
of my theses is about trans people and stuff. It's a documentary. So that'll be fun. I've done documentaries about transness before, but it's mostly been myself. But I decided to distance myself a little bit and not do it about myself, because then maybe it'll be good for once. Yeah. And I have a woman who lives on my street. She's a homeless woman, and she's very, very awesome. And she's everybody at Pratt, my school, likes her, but it's a bit sad. She's kind of in rough shape, but she's trans and other things, and so I think she might be one of the subjects of my documentary. And I hope to not make it like a pity story and like a freak show story. I hope to make it like personal and engaging, so people might actually like the people and not just go, oh, look at that poor freak, like they usually do on documentaries about trans people. So maybe it'll be good, so hopefully. Anyway, I'm hoping to watch more videos now that my internet's better, and hopefully make more videos now that my internet's better, and stuff. So
that's all I got.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, hopefully that wasn't like